Hey everyone, welcome to my One Piece episode 659 review. Now, normally I upload these episode reviews the following day after the episode is released, but because of the One Piece 3D2Y special that's going to be released later tonight into early tomorrow morning, I wanted to get this episode out tonight, or this episode review out tonight. And I have to tell you, I was very impressed with today's episode of One Piece and just One Piece in general over the last 2 weeks. I mean, I've been really criticizing One Piece this entire arc because it's really I haven't gotten that same feel from One Piece from the start of this arc, but the manga and the anime the last 2 weeks have really been doing a good job. Especially the past manga chapter, One Piece, was just great. But this episode of One Piece really brought this entire arc to a whole new level. Um, all it really did, it had nothing to do with the what was going on with Luffy or any of the Straw Hats, but it had to do with how Dressrosa became to be and how Doflamingo became the ruler of Dressrosa. And all it did is it went into the flashback of exactly what happened. Now, King Riku, back years ago when he was still ruling Dressrosa, was very respected king. All the citizens and townsfolk loved this guy to death. I mean, so much so, and so much so that they were willing to give an arm and a leg to help this king out. Something that you would never see in real life or anything like that, but, you know, for an anime story, sure, why not? So, King Riku is sleeping, and here shows up Doflamingo. Now keep in mind, into King Riku's bedroom. Now keep in mind that the Don Quixote family used to rule Dressrosa years ago before King Riku took over rule. Until I guess we don't know exactly what happened, but we're assuming that the Riku family overthrew the Don Quixote family, or something happened back then. But anyways, that's irrelevant. Doflamingo shows up in King Riku's bedroom and basically blackmails him. He says, "I've come to take this country back and bring it back in the name of the Don Quixote family. My name is Doflamingo." And King Riku was shocked and just sweating bullets, and he was like, you know, "You're up to no good." He's like, "I know who you are. You're one of the warlords. You don't even deserve to be a warlord. You kind of blackmailed yourself to get in there." So we're quickly learning that Doflamingo is not an idiot. He's probably one of the smartest villains that have been introduced to One Piece to this point. And I think he is the smartest villain. So he basically tells King Riku, "I've come to take my country back. There's not a damn thing you can do about it. Now you have two choices. Either I can go and slaughter all your townspeople in this whole entire country, or I will give you the option to pay me I think it was 10 million or 10 billion berries, and for you to keep Dressrosa, and I'll get the hell out of here." Now, 10, whatever, I forget if it was 10 million, 10 billion, but something ridiculous amount. King Riku says, "I don't have that kind of money, you know?" So Doflamingo kind of pulls a Rumpelstiltskin and says, "Okay, I'll give you until tomorrow to come up with, like the spin straw, basically, to come up with that money, or else I'm kill everyone." So King Riku feels bad, and he has no choice. He goes from citizen to citizen, all the townsfolk, and pretty much begs them for money. And the citizens are taken aback. But man, they must love King Riku so much because they actually give all the money to King Riku, all the money they have, something you would never ever see, something ridiculous in the real world, but they give him all their money. They're so respectful. "We love you, King Riku, we love you." And then Doflamingo, who's in the shadows, shoots his string, or uses his abilities, which just looks so awesome. The animation in this episode was actually pretty good. In certain spots it's a little shaky, but for the most part I thought the animation was solid, especially the explosion in the building that King Riku caused. Check out the scene. But anyways, so he uses the string fruit to control King Riku and his army, and he just starts. He just makes King Riku and his army just start slaughtering everyone. So now King Riku, who's obviously looks like a bad guy here, he took everyone's money. Now he's just killing and slaughtering villagers left and right. Obviously against his will, because that's what Doflamingo does. He controls people like puppets. And now we're understanding the whole history of Dressrosa and why everyone hates King Riku now, because obviously that whole tide of change, and why everyone loves Doflamingo. We still haven't. This. I don't think. If I remember correctly from the manga, this is going to continue. I think into the next episode. This whole past sequence isn't over yet, so we're going to learn, I think, more about how everyone falls in love with Doflamingo and how he becomes the ruler. But right now, King Riku looks really bad, and everyone, he's just slaughtering villagers left and right, and we get an idea of why everyone hates him. So that was about it for this episode. But man, they always do a good job with these flashbacks, and they just showed how evil and manipulative Doflamingo was. And that's what I liked about this chapter, this episode. I keep saying chapter. It felt dark. It really immersed me. And like I said, animation was pretty good, especially the King Riku shooting the fire with a bow to the building, and that explosion was sick. That was actually really well done. Couple slashes were questionable, but great episode. I'm going to give this one an 8.5 out of 10. Not quite a 9 like the last chapter, manga chapter, I gave a 9. This was an 8.5 out of 10. Really well done. I love the flashback scene, and I love how evil they made Doflamingo look. So keep it up, One Piece. You're on a roll. I'm looking forward to this 3D2Y special coming out. Hopefully that will be good as well. And man, One Piece is back. So comment down below. Let me know what you guys thought of this week's episode of One Piece. Subscribe, like the video, and I will see you guys tomorrow for my 3D2Y review. See you guys later.